You've already lost the first battle of your day before your feet even touch the floor. While you were still reaching for your phone, scrolling through a feed of strangers, your sovereignty was auctioned off to the highest bidder. Your to-do list stares back at you with a silent, corrosive disdain. At night, you don't feel the weight of accomplishment, you feel the rot of frustration. Society has a name for this: laziness. The system calls it a lack of grit or a failure of discipline, but they are operating on an obsolete map. At the Prime Mind, we deal in reality, not labels. You aren't lazy, you are biologically misaligned. You are a commander trying to defend a fortress while your gates are wide open to a world that never sleeps. You aren't out of battery, you are suffering from a neurological hangover in the most overstimulated era in human history. To fix the machine, you must understand the fuel. Most people think dopamine is about pleasure. It is not. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter of the hunt. It is the chemical urge to seek, to chase, to reach. It is the drive that built empires. But your brain is an architect of balance, homeostasis. Think of a balance scale. On one side, pleasure; on the other, pain. Your brain demands they remain level. When you chase cheap wins, the infinite scroll, the mindless notification, the 15-second dopamine hit, you force the side of pleasure down with artificial intensity. Your brain reacts. It compensates by putting weight on the side of pain to keep you level. This is the dopamine hangover. That fog, that lack of drive, that heavy feeling you mistake for laziness, it's the chemical tax you are paying for pleasure you didn't earn. You are not broken, you are dopamine bankrupt. You have spent your motivation on the trivial, leaving nothing for the monumental. Viktor Frankl, a man who survived the ultimate collapse of human dignity, realized what modern neuroscience is just now proving. Meaning is the engine. If dopamine is the fuel, purpose is the steering wheel. Without a why, your dopamine becomes an addiction to empty inputs. When you feel you don't have the strength to finish a project, it's rarely your body quitting. It's your soul asking, for what? If your daily life is a sequence of mechanical tasks that don't feed your empire, your mind will sabotage your energy to conserve resources. Your brain is a predator. It will not hunt unless it believes the prey is worth the effort. What you call laziness is often what Frankl called the existential vacuum. You aren't standing still because you lack legs. You are standing still because you lack a destination. You are trying to power a high-performance engine with garbage fuel. To reclaim your drive, you must stop waiting for motivation and start building an elite architecture. Pillar 1. The information diet. If you do not choose your inputs, the algorithm will choose them for you. It will always choose what vends the most cheap dopamine. Switch from passive consumption to active production. The satisfaction of building even a single brick of your empire generates a sovereign dopamine that lasts. Stop being a spectator. Start being a creator. Pillar 2. Biological hardening. It sounds paradoxical, but the fastest way to balance the scale is to seek voluntary discomfort. When you weigh down the pain side through physical effort, the gym, the cold, the grit, your brain responds by weighting the pleasure side. You pay the price up front, and the reward is a clear, focused mind. This is how you reset your baseline. Pillar 3. The power of yet. Elite performance is a skill, not a trait. Stop saying, "I am not productive." Start saying, "I am not productive yet." This Stoic reframing shifts the focus from a fixed failure to an ongoing evolution. It gives you permission to be a work in progress. It removes the perfectionism that leads to paralysis. As we approach the weekend, remember the words of Seneca. The mind must be given relaxation. It will rise better and keener after a rest. But understand this, real rest is not scrolling. Real rest is silence. It is boredom. It is disconnection. If you are punishing yourself while you relax, you aren't recovering. You are just spending what little energy you have left on the whip. As this week ends, perform a strategic audit. While the masses use the next 48 hours to numb themselves with cheap pleasure, you will use them to repair your architecture. This is not a break. It is maintenance for a high-performance machine. Stop apologizing for being human. The world wants you to be a 24-hour production unit, but machines don't create empires. Your fatigue is a signal, not a defect. It is your mind demanding meaning, demanding less noise, and demanding more authenticity. Protect your gates, choose the essential, discard the rest, and give yourself the permission to simply be. If this resonated with the architect within you, join the circle. Subscribe to the Prime Mind. Stay sharp, stay silent.